Yeah, it's. I don't know that it was completely unexpected. We had, RJ was when RJ left. It was a very emotional time for he and I. Just have always thought the world of him, and I knew it was a really hard decision for him to leave, and it hurt me that he left. But I think we got some word late in the year that there was a chance that he was probably going to go in the portal. He had spent a lot of time in Clemson, or some time in Clemson, after games, and was close to a lot of the guys on our team, and especially Dylan. And I just knew that he loved his Clemson experience. He wasn't leaving because of anything that happened at Clemson. It was more, other things that maybe people had gotten into his head, and to have him back is terrific because he's just such a positive kid. He's one of the best energy-giving people I've ever been around, and grateful that I get to coach him one more year.
That's one of the kind of the new things that have come out of the multiple transfer portal thing. And do you see that happening more, that guys go places and then realize what they missed?
I think it could happen a little more than people realize. And, a lot of times when kids are making decisions, it's not just the kid. There are a lot of people in their ear, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. And most of the time, the people that are in their ear, they're not with their child, or that person is not with the player every day. And so there's a lot of really good things like at Clemson, and how you're treated, the kind of academic support you get, the kind of day-to-day interaction you have with people, just the care and kindness. And so sometimes you go to another place and it's not quite the same. It's not just the basketball. And basketball is going to be hard everywhere. There's going to be ups and downs. It's going to get challenging, and there's going to be bad times. And I talk to players a lot and recruits a lot that if you like the outside the gym, if the life outside the gym is good, then you'll survive the basketball. Basketball's, if you work, you'll figure it out. If you don't like the outside of basketball life, then you're probably much more susceptible to leave. And, that's kind of what's been happening.
When you're trying to build a new team like this, how valuable is it to have someone come back like RJ? You talked earlier about just using that philosophy to drive them to get through a year like Georgia. What does that mean for you?
It's important. I mean, just having another guy, another voice who's been a good player on our Elite 8 team, that knows how we do things, that believes in our system, our style, and understands when it gets hard, and it's getting hard at times for our players right now, that this is part of what we need. We need to go through some of these challenges. Coaches putting some challenges in front of us to see how we react, and these are the things that are going to make us better. And so to have someone helping Dylan, I think, has been vital.
With so many new faces, where does this kind of rank for you as far as your biggest challenges you faced since being at Clemson?
Biggest challenge in a while, no doubt. Just so many new people and 6 freshmen. I mean, it's, I was just telling some folks earlier that every day you kind of plan a practice plan. Probably more days than not, you don't get all the way through it. You just, and I've gone from having a couple of the most experienced teams in my Clemson tenure to now one of the least experienced. And so the teaching is slow, right? You have to get really good at a few things. And we're working our way through it. It's fun, it's exciting, it's a new challenge. You got a lot of eager guys that want to learn. I think when you have this many new guys, everybody's pretty excited. It's not like our coach's got us doing the same old drills. But it's challenging in terms of being able to make sure that your rate of development is where it needs to be.
Brian, with the pivot from 20 to 18 games, are there 2 specific non-conference games that you added? I guess it's Cincinnati.
Cincinnati was one for sure. I don't think we knew exactly what we were going to do with the other one. But the Cincinnati game was definitely because we didn't have we lost 2 ACC games. Like, hey, we definitely need one more good high major that we can find in a different venue, and glad that we were able to get them. I think they're going to be very good. It'll be another good test for our team. We're going to play the game in Greenville, which will be a little different, good for our fans, and obviously return the game to Cincinnati next year.
Right. But there wasn't another one that was.
I don't know exactly. There might have been a bye game that we used for the other one. I can't remember exactly. It probably was that. We'd talked to some other folks about some other different things, and they kind of fell through. And I know we were squeezing one more game in, and that became challenging.
Coach, staying with the scheduling.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys play a very heralded freshman in AJ DeBanst and BYU. Just your overall thoughts on what you've seen so far. Obviously, not on the collegiate level yet, but as you kind of prepare for what you've seen from him.
Just extremely talented. Doesn't look like a freshman at all, physically or otherwise. And he's playing for a great coach and a tremendous program. I think they'll be top 5, top 10 in the country. And so that'll be an outstanding game opportunity for us to play in Madison Square Garden against certainly a high-level team. It'll teach us a lot about ourselves.
Brad, you're in the upper